Rarely have we seen a takedown of a league commissioner as calmly or efficiently delivered. The fact that it came from Nafisa Collier, one of the league's best players and most respected voices, only amplified.
This wasn't just a critique. It was a bombshell. The fuse was lit by Nafisa Collier, one of the league's brightest stars. Her exit interview didn't just throw shade. It detonated a full-on explosion. Collier branded the WNBA's leadership the worst in professional sports, and then she dropped the real shocker. A private conversation where Engelbert allegedly suggested Caitlin Clark should be grateful for the WNBA, implying Clark wouldn't be earning a dime without it. Excuse me? Did Engelbert somehow miss the entire Caitlin Clark era at Iowa? Did she somehow gloss over the multi-million-dollar nil empire Clark built before even stepping onto a WNBA court? The audacity of such a statement, if true, is not just tone deaf. It's a profound failure to grasp reality.
The response from WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert came in the form of a statement, which is itself a statement, but not one Engelbert should aspire to make. When a star player says directly, "We have the worst leadership in the world and you are the leader," your response that you're disheartened, that your perspectives differ, makes me wonder if you heard what Fee said. Because it's not differing perspectives.
The optics are disastrous, and Scott Van Pelt, a master of sports commentary, knows it. Right before the WNBA Finals, instead of a thrilling narrative about the championship matchup, the headlines scream about players ripping the commissioner, coaches facing fines for speaking out, and legends being ignored. This isn't building excitement. It's breeding resentment. Engelbert's bland, disheartened statement about differing perspectives after Collier's direct accusation didn't just miss the mark. It proved Van Pelt's point: this isn't about differing opinions. It's about a commissioner being called out directly as the problem. Add to this the ongoing officiating crisis, and it paints a picture of a league tripping over its own feet just as it should be sprinting forward.
Collier said, "I've earned this platform," which she has, and said, "I don't care what the fine is," which, if I hear her correctly, is to say you have nothing to threaten me with. The chorus of voices of current stars in the WNBA, which echo Collier's sentiment, didn't have a single opposing voice.
Let's get one thing crystal clear: Caitlin Clark is not benefiting from the WNBA in the way Engelbert apparently believes. The WNBA is reaping a windfall from her. Clark is the rising tide, lifting every boat in the harbor. The proof is undeniable. ESPN's own highest ratings for college women's basketball were directly tied to Clark's electrifying performances. The All-Star Game? Clark's gravitational pull drew more eyes than any other player, hands down. She's a walking economy, generating sponsorships, television ratings, and ticket sales the league has simply never witnessed before. To suggest she owes her success to the league is not just preposterous. It's a baffling display of ignorance that actively sabotages the league's greatest asset. But the commissioner's alleged gaffes didn't stop with Clark. Another devastating blow landed when legendary player Elena Del Don, a multiple-time MVP, league champion, and one of the WNBA's top 25 all-time players, retired. Her revelation? She heard from everyone: fans, players, coaches, everyone except Cathy Engelbert. Let that sink in. One of the most beloved and decorated veterans in league history steps away, and the commissioner can't even be bothered to send a text. Scott Van Pelt didn't hold back, calling it a failure to perform the most basic, decent duties of the job. It's not just negligence. It's a chilling testament to a profound lack of care for the very stars who fuel the league's success.
As for what Engelbert is alleged to have said to Collier, if she actually suggested Caitlin Clark should be grateful for what she makes off the court, that's preposterous. Did you miss the Iowa years? Clark is the Tiger Woods tide that lifts all boats, and we know this show is proof. The highest rating we have ever had followed one of her games at Iowa. The WNBA has benefited from her presence more than the other way around, even though this year for Caitlin Clark was essentially...
The shocking part? Not a single voice has risen to defend Engelbert. Instead, a chorus of dissent has emerged, echoing Collier's scathing assessment. Lexi Hull swiftly backed her up. Sophie Cunningham didn't pull any punches, blasting Engelbert as the most delusional leader our league has seen. Even Gino Orima, known for his curmudgeonly independence, weighed in, criticizing the WNBA's much-hyped physicality as actually detrimental to the game. When everyone from rookies to Hall of Fame coaches is singing the same tune, it's not just noise. It's an undeniable sign of a leadership in crisis, completely isolated and seemingly oblivious.
Post from Elena Deladon on Instagram, who said, and I quote, "It's the care for the human part for me. I'm not sure Cathy knows I retired. Heard from everyone but her." And I don't like to pile on, that's not my thing. But when a player is beloved, respected, and decorated as Deladon retires as a multiple MVP, league champion, 7-time All-Star, and member of the W25, which celebrated the top 25 players in the league's first 25 years, you throw that woman a parade. To fail even the most basic and decent things to do, which is to reach out to say thanks, which, by the way, couldn't be easier to do.
This isn't just a PR nightmare. It's a ticking time bomb. Scott Van Pelt shrewdly pointed out that this public outcry is erupting on the eve of the collective bargaining agreement negotiations. The players' leverage has never been stronger. They've been underpaid, ignored, and told to be grateful for too long. Collier's defiant "I don't care what the fine is" isn't bravado. It's a declaration of war. This isn't business as usual. It's a full-blown rebellion. The players, empowered by Clark's transformative impact, are drawing a line in the sand. They're telling the league, fix it, or we'll blow it all up. And this time, they have the economic muscle to back up that threat.
According to Sportico, franchise valuations have soared. Players want more money, and the CBA expires at the end of this month. This was a whole lot more than just a shot across the bow. The WNBA Finals begin this Friday, and we typically hear from Adam Silver on the eve of the NBA Finals. Cathy Engelbert has got to do more than...
The biggest elephant in the room, the uncomfortable truth everyone knows but Van Pelt only danced around, is Adam Silver. The NBA, under Silver's shrewd leadership, subsidizes and props up the WNBA financially. Silver has a very vested interest in ensuring the league doesn't implode. When ESPN heavyweights like Scott Van Pelt and Stephen A. Smith are openly questioning the commissioner's future, how long until Silver decides enough is enough and makes a move? Fans are connecting the dots: terrible officiating, non-communicative leadership, unacknowledged legends, and now, the league's golden goose, Caitlin Clark, being dragged into controversy because Engelbert chose to minimize her value. The silence that followed was deafening, yet the message echoed across every sports desk in America. Rarely has a public figure faced such a calm, surgically precise takedown. It wasn't a rant. It was an execution, delivered with unsettling grace by none other than Scott Van Pelt. And the target? Cathy Engelbert, the WNBA Commissioner. The reverberations were immediate, sparking a firestorm that has fans, players, and pundits asking one urgent question: is it finally time for Engelbert to go?